Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SUGCON India 2019. Now I have with me the man of the moment, who has been very busy from morning, and I'm trying to catch hold of from early in the morning. But finally, he's free. He's with me now. Let me introduce you to Mr. Pieter Brinkman, who is a senior director technical marketing for Sitecore. Peter, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Rob: how you enjoy India?
Oh, I love it. It's just great. It's a beautiful country. It's a bit of a culture shock the first time last year, but now we're here the second time, and you can more enjoy it. So it's been good. It's lovely people, very friendly, great food. I mean, Rob already said the kebabs. We're eating so much meat. It's great to have a jet lag, so you can eat kebabs all day. It's all good. So it's the basic travel diet that we're doing here, which is carbs, sugar, and then some drinks. So it's great to be here. Lovely venue too. So I love it.
Do you also like the sweets of India?
We try them. So we challenge, to be honest, we go to buffets so we can try all the food. We're really good at the spicy food, the rice and everything. And then we hit the dessert buffet and then we try them. But I don't think I'm ready for that sweetness. It's so much syrup and interesting textures too. It's been an experience, let's put it that way. Yeah.
Absolutely. India has a lot more to offer. I'm sure you'll find out more from more visits that you do. So coming to the event, Peter. So how long it's been with Sitecore, and tell us about your association with Sitecore.
Well, that's a long story, so we'll take our time for that. No, so I've been with Sitecore more than 8 years. So I started as a pre-sales consultant. So before even I joined Sitecore, I did implementations with Sitecore. So I was known with Sitecore from way back, and then I was asked to become a pre-sales consultant, which basically meant that I was one of the first ones in the Netherlands at that point, doing anything from training to rescue missions to IT, anything that needed to be on technical next to a seller. That's what I needed to do. At some point, I met the founders, of course, because the company was really small. So we had company gatherings in Copenhagen, which was the headquarter, and they run an MVP program, which there was room for improvement. So I told the founder that I thought there was room for improvement, and he basically said, if you think you can do it better, you should join my team. And then I joined his team, which was technical marketing. So he was the vice president of technical marketing. And then we revamped the MVP program. We grow it up to a big program, which has 321 MVPs these days, which are our main community leaders. So a lot of these speakers here that you see, or people that contribute to Sitecore as a brand, are part of that MVP program. So it's what you do next to your job, right? It's the passion that they share for Sitecore, and they create modules, they write blog posts, they present here, they fly all over the world to do stuff because they like to work with Sitecore, and we recognize that with an MVP program. So yeah, and it keeps going on. But I mean, that's how I got into the corporate marketing side. Now I'm part of product marketing, so I report to San Francisco, and the whole department growth much more. But I don't want to take the whole interview here.
I'm sure it's a long journey for you. But tell us a few things about the strategy of Sitecore as a company.
Yeah, so Sitecore has, of course, multiple strategies. But if you look at my presentation today, I focused on the ongoing product strategy. So Sitecore needs to pick, right? We're a company. You can only spend your money once. So where do you invest as a company? Where do you do your research and development? So basically, we see a site with 3 buckets, which are really important. It's, of course, research and development, because, of course, we're not the only platform that do what we do. We have competitors. So the research and development part is all about innovation. That's one thing. So what makes us unique, right? What differentiates us? The other thing is time to market. How can we make sure that people that work with Sitecore can do their job efficiently? Right, so they can do the job quicker, which will lower the price of Sitecore, and will also free up for developers their time to do the fun stuff. Right, no one wants to do the same thing day over day. If you can do it more efficient and you can work with the fun stuff, it's great. And then the third bucket of that is enhancements. Right, so we want to make sure developers can work comfortably with our software. Right, you don't want it to be frustrating working with Sitecore. You don't want it to be blocking. Right, my end goal for technical marketing and working with developers would be that Sitecore is the preferred product they work with. So if they look for a new job, they're gonna work at a Sitecore agency, or they switch. And that's what we're trying to achieve by doing this event, inspiring them what you can do with Sitecore, and making sure from a product point of view that we listen to them. So we're here to listen. That's why Rob's here. I got others on my team. We have support here, and we're all here to talk with them, get feedback, get it back to product, make sure our product is better. So not only focusing on new features, but quality is big strategy of Sitecore, making sure we have a solid, good working product. Yes.
Yeah, quality has always been one of the biggest pluses of any product that you do. Coming to the Indian market, I've heard you speak in your session that it's been 3 years in India. How is Indian market treating you?
For me, is the Indian market is really interesting because I come from the Europe world where I work with North America and a bit of Australia. That's how the world started. If I look at 5 years back, that's how the Sitecore ecosystem and landscape was. And I saw India coming up because I'm responsible for the developer ecosystem and ensure that we have a rich ecosystem. I saw India where we did loads of outsourcing. So that's where the interest came from to do an event here and see if we can bring more knowledge here, which will improve. Again, we go to efficiency, so better time to market by better quality of implementations. But last year when we did the first user group conference, we found out pretty quickly that the level of knowledge, and also if you talk with Himanshu who runs the sales office, there's so much opportunity here because it's also the size, right? It's skills. It is so many people, which it's so much opportunity, and there's big businesses here. And then also the level of knowledge it's unfair to say that India is here for outsourcing. The level of knowledge, if you go into any sessions and you see the questions that people are saying, it is really high. The level of knowledge is really high. It's not just outsourcing. They do the full implementations. They have the full knowledge end-to-end stack, like a Europe, like a North America, like an APG. And I mean, maybe that's my narrow European mind, but I didn't know that before I came here the first time. It's really hard to understand.
So did you see the Indian market growing in the coming years?
Oh, there's so much opportunity. If you have a country with the size of this, right, and with the technology adoption that you have, so if you look at the number of mobile phones or number of devices you have, it is insane. So the opportunity is huge. It's interesting. It's really good. We have a local office, so there's a cultural thing, right? I don't think if we would come here as a European or North American company and say, oh, we're going to do it, it won't work. So you need local teams. So we're investing in those local teams, and we have local pre-sales, local sales, local services, right, that support the region and speak that culture, because there's definitely a cultural difference between Europe and even between Europe and North America. But India is definitely a next step. But I think the potential is huge, and I mean I'll be available to support as much as I can and grow it here. Yeah.
I was just curious about the certification that Sitecore is offering. Can you just throw some light on the certification part of it?
Yeah, so again, it goes back always to the pillars. So quality is important, right? So Sitecore is basically building blocks, and agencies are building with Sitecore solutions. So we need to ensure quality of agency. So a way of doing it is, of course, certification. So test if they have the knowledge of Sitecore. So at this point, we provide multiple learning paths, which is like online learning, or you can do class learning, and then the exam is a separated way. Because you can also learn on your job, right? It's not only the Sitecore way of learning. So we offer exams. So yesterday we did 2 rounds with, that's today, it's the jet lag that messes up the days. Today we did 2 sessions for exams. So I think we had 80 people certifying, which is really great. I don't know how many you passed because it's an exam, so not everyone can make it, which is fine. It's how good you prepare, you can make it. And it's all about quality. So same, like if you look at partner program, partners are required to have so many certified developers just to make sure that we can do the quality towards our customers, right? Because it's all about making the customers of the agencies successful and creating value for their business.
Perfect. So one last question, Peter. So SUGCON as an event, I'm sure it's a success for the Sitecore. So what is that one thing you would take away from this event, or why is it valuable for the people who are not here today?
Yeah, this for me goes all to community, right? So we do all kinds of corporate events. We do a symposium, which is amazing because we do the new product launches. It's really good.
Is it in India?
No, that's in North America, like our global one. So we do once a year. We do new announcements. It's really good. It's really marketing. It's flashy. But then we do these user group conference. We do one in Europe. We do one in India. We do one in Australia in August. And the difference, if you look at the user group conference, it's focused on what other people have done with Sitecore. So everything what you learn here is knowledge you can use tomorrow in your job. So I think that is key. And then the other thing is you can learn from each other, right? This is an opportunity. So at the end, if you look at developer level, they can meet peers at other agencies. Where if you're at marketing or sales level, they see each other as competitors. Developers have the same issues. They can talk across companies. So then you get better knowledge sharing, and everyone has, there's just a better way of getting success and get your knowledge up if you mingle with your peers and you connect with them. So I think for me, networking is a huge opportunity, and just knowledge you can get that you can use tomorrow at your job is key for both your partner, for your customers and your partners, and for yourself.
Thank you, Peter. It was a great talking to you. Pleasure talking to you, and hope you enjoy the entire event. Thank you so much. Thank you.